and I'm gon' prove it. Set up your best defense, I'm running through it. Yo, check out the play-by-play with John Madden. Exhibit with EA Sports, we can't smash it. Listen, it's all in the game. Let me explain, bring it the pain. Even set it off in the rain, set it off in the snow. Fourth down, 1 yard to go. Running your own franchise or watch from the sideline. I'm here for one thing, to smash the other team, breaking you down. Everything you pass is out of bounds or incomplete. We are professional athletes, making you stumble and fumble your offense in deep trouble. Yeah, in that field, feeling the power. The only thing you hitting is the ground in the showers. A playbook full of techniques, I'm playing for keeps. Mouthpiece, put up your pants and tightly please. Yeah, man, 2001.
So hello everybody, this is 4-Star and welcome back to the channel. We got a new series here of Madden 2001. Yes, the first Madden on the PlayStation 2. Now, why would I pick this game? 4-Star, why would you pick this old ass game? You were literally 2 years old when this game came out. You weren't even there at its prime. Your first Madden, honestly, was Madden 2003. So what are you doing in this game? Well, I thought it was just so fascinating to come across the team that was in this year 2000 that was very hyped up to be probably one of the best teams in the league. And it wasn't the Saints, it wasn't the Rams coming off of the 1999 season and winning the Super Bowl. It wasn't the Ravens, who ended up being one of the best defenses of all time in this year. It ended up being the 2000 Washington Redskins. Now, I know what you're thinking. The hell were the fucking Redskins even doing in 2000? And let me tell you something. It's very, very interesting what this team was doing in 2000. Now, I got to watch a video on the NFL Throwback channel here, and they talked about odd things that were going on in the NFL, kind of odd facts in history and things like that. This roster that I believe Dan Snyder and the crew, because I believe this was Dan Snyder's first year as the owner, that this team constructed was insane. So I believe in free agency, they picked up Deion Sanders. They already had Bruce Smith. They had a rookie year, not rookie year, but a second year champ Bailey, who broke out that year. They had a decent quarterback in Brad Johnson. They even had Bill's legendary wide receiver Andre Reed on the team. He got picked up after he found out that he wasn't going to be he was going to be buried in a depth chart by the Broncos. Paired this up with Washington. I forgot his first name, please. But please forgive me. But Washington, you had Irvin Fryer. You had Darrell Green, who was 40 years old in 2000 at the time. So he's one of the oldest corners that I've ever seen play the game. All that paired up with a prime Steven Davis right before he went to Carolina. Basically a prime Larry Centers, one of the greatest receiving fullbacks of all time. And it looks like on paper you have a squad that can go to a Super Bowl. And unfortunately, that just didn't happen. This team got riddled with injuries, and they weren't really that good to begin with. I believe Jeff George was playing the majority of the season because Brad Johnson got injured. Deion wasn't even the best corner in the team. Champ Bailey was. And this was a team that literally had everything going right. Like I said before, Bruce Smith was on the team. Dana Stubblefield, if you remember from our Jets franchise, he was on the team as well. And this team just had an all-in approach that I don't think anybody else could top. Just a bunch of old heads on the team trying to get one last ring, and Dan Snyder making, I believe, did he make RFK Stadium at that time, or he tried to make a new stadium, something like that? But I don't know the full story. I'm a Giants fan, so I really could care less about the history of this team. But this team was just so interesting that I just decided to make a series about it. And I was gonna make a series about this team before because I've known about this team. I believe I've seen them in a previous video before. But the affirmation I got from looking at the NFL throwback video, it was absolutely insane. If I could put some of the footage up there, I will. I don't want to get copyright striked, but we'll show a little bit of footage maybe. But this team was extremely interesting, and seeing that this was the first Madden on the PS2 in the preseason of the 2000 season, it is amazing what they've rated these guys. It was absolutely crazy, and I want to put a playthrough. I want to try to see if I can get them there to Super Bowl a year or two right before everybody freaking retires, because at the ages of what, 30, ranging from 33 years old to 40, I definitely want to see if these legends all together, if they're healthy, they started out the season healthy, and they have the quarterback for the majority of the season. I wanted to see if this team could do it. So that is why I'm here on Madden 2001, and welcome to this series here. This is going to be a fun one, so hopefully you guys stay around and enjoy the video. I hope you guys enjoy this series as much as I will, and I'm gonna have to slog through trying to learn this game, because this game is crazy hard to play on defense. I don't know why. I have my sliders modified. I have it on all pro to start it off. I like to start on all pro when I'm making a new team and series here. But this game is very unforgiving. But as you can see, this roster is absolutely loaded with older talents here. Johnson, you had Deion up top, you got Steven Alexander, 84 overall, pretty good overall for a tight end like him. Chris Samuels. This is a great team. This is just a crazy roster, and I haven't even told y'all, it slipped my mind, there's so many legends on the team. LeVar Arrington's on this team. I forgot I don't think he never agreed to the NFLPA when it came to having his rights on a video game, but there he is, man. And there's a lot of great guys in this squad, man, and I'm really excited to play with this team, because it's like a whole time machine. So I'm already trading because they picked up, I believe after this game came out, they picked up Andre Reed. So I had to sacrifice my first round pick for Andre Reed, but he's going to fit nicely onto this team here. And I'm very excited to start this off. So in Madden 2001, there were only 31 teams, and they were separated between two conferences and 3 divisions. So yes, the Cardinals are part of our NFC East here. The NFC Central, the Buccaneers are added to the classic NFC North that we all know today. The NFC West is absolutely disgusting. I don't even want to talk about it here. Falcons, Panthers, Saints, the entire NFC South is here. That's nasty. But here in this game, there is no preseason, so we will just be jumping right into this one. We're going to be taking on the Carolina Panthers for week 1, guys. This is going to be exciting. So let's jump right into our very first game of the series.
Greetings and welcome from EA Sports. Welcome to today's regular season game between the Washington Redskins and the Carolina Panthers. Coach Turner has a clean slate to work with as I send it over to John and Pat, who have the call.
Thanks, JB. It looks like they're ready to go.
A new season, a new beginning. Erase those old files, because it's a whole new deal from here on out.
So here we are. Before the creation of, I believe this is FedEx Field. I don't know, but it just says Washington D.C. So I don't even think they had a stadium name for this for the stadium here. But here on our very first play from scrimmage, there's going to be an incompletion here from Steve Berline here, and he's going to give this one right to Biaka Batuka here on that second down. It's going to be 3rd down and 5 now for Berline. He's going to drop back. No pressure here. He's going to try to throw it to his receiver. Incomplete there. So we get our very first stop of the entire series here, and we're gonna give this one right to Stephen Davis, and he runs right down the middle to get that first down. Here comes Brad Johnson throwing an absolute dart right to Andre Reed for the big first down. And now we are feeling a little good about ourselves here. So now we're approaching that red zone. We give it right back to Stephen Davis. He takes a nice little wallop there down the middle of the field there for a 2nd down and 6. And now Johnson gives this one right to Albert Connell, and he will take it into the end zone for our first touchdown of the series, man. A nice dot there by Brad Johnson, who's on a 1-year deal with us, or at least the end of his contract here. So hopefully we do get to re-sign him, because he is a 90 overall here. And look at Biaka Batuka as he gets hit. The helmet hits the ball, and Bruce Smith covers it. Sam Shea gets injured on that hit, but what a great forced fumble it was. So we give this one right back to Stephen Davis. He's going to be our bread and butter of the series here. I'm looking forward to just giving this guy 1,000 yards almost every single year here. And look at Johnson, throws a dot right to Urban Fryer to start us off. Man, we are looking good here. And it looks like Sam Shane, he didn't tear a quad, thank God. He bruised his quad, and he's only out for the rest of the game, thankfully, because this game is unforgiving with the injuries here, as Biaka Batuka is kind of cutting us up here as we were trying to make it down the field. Here comes Floyd. He's going to take a nice little 2-yard run on that play. Ends up being a 3rd and 8 though for Burline. Going to have a single back formation. Biaka Batuka is just going to run right down the middle here, as I have horrible user skills guaranteed for these first couple games here, as Wesley Walls gets a nice grab, runs over a man, and gets about 3 yards on that play. 2nd down and 6 for Burline. A nice little blitz there, and we're going to get a TFL by Deion Sanders, his first appearance of the series. So Steve Burline, here we go. Nothing here when it comes to the pocket. He has all day, gives it to Means here, and he will get a nice first down, putting it in the red zone to end off our first quarter. But a fabulous first quarter it was. 14-0, a turnover there in our second possession, and we're doing pretty good. Smith tipping that one away here, and it takes skill to tip the ball away here in this game. It really does. It is a very, very hard game, but now we will get an appearance from LeVar Arrington, and hopefully I could change his name in the DB editor, because you cannot change a person's name in this franchise mode. I believe this is the first ever franchise mode you can do that, as Turner gets that dot of a pass there from Burline. And speaking of dots here, throws this one right down the middle in between 3 defenders to Larry Centers. And you guys are going to hear me praising this man, because he's definitely one of the best receiving not linemen, but fullbacks we've ever had, as he gets the big first down right there. Get your fullbacks involved, and that is going to be the big thing here, especially Larry Sanders can stay healthy. He's going to be my go-to guy, especially with those flat routes. Johnson throws this one deep to Steven Alexander. He gets the grab. He's going to take a face mask. It's going to be half a distance to the goal, and we get this one at the 3-yard line. So a big play there, as Stephen Davis, I'm trying to stop myself from saying Terrell Davis so bad, and I haven't done a mistake here, but Stephen Davis ends the drive with a big touchdown after a great catch from Steven Alexander, man. And let me tell you, as much as I'm going to have trouble with the secondary, the CPU is going to have trouble here, as Deion just gets absolutely burnt there by Musha Muhammad for the first down. 2nd down and 2 here for Burline. Throws this one right to Floyd. He's going to take a nice stride down the field here, as my defender cannot get the tackle. This is a rough game, especially mechanically. Like, everybody just slides off of each other here. Look at Batuka. Breaks a tackle, though, and he will get stopped there by LeVar Arrington. And, yeah, just very, very clunky game. But, once again, this is the first game ever for the PS2 as not only one of the first football games, but one of the first sports games. This was a launch title game here, as Hayes gets a great touchdown near from Steve Burline. As the score is, I believe the score is 21-14 here. As you guys can see, the scorecard usually doesn't show us the score, as it usually does in the rest of the games here, as Green Darrell Green, the 40-year-old, gets a great return here, taking it near midfield. So giving Johnson a lot less space here, as Connell gets the big grab, throws it, high steps into the end zone, and Brad Johnson all of a sudden has 3 passing touchdowns, and 2 of them going to Albert Connell, the 27-year-old. So we might have him for a long time here, as Metcalf gets this grab. He plays late as 1st and 10 for Burline. Burline throws this dot right to Musha Muhammad. Champ Bailey, making his first appearance, gets the tackle. Steve Burline, once again, he is looking like prime Dan Marino out here, just slinging it on us. This is not the man that got replaced by 32-year-old Heisman Trophy winning Chris Winkie, as he throws another dot right to Musha Muhammad. A beautiful throw there, and Bruce Smith was coming, but he was just too late. And let me tell you something, that's the end of the second quarter. But let me tell you something, man, the logic for the quarterback to throw that ball right before he gets sacked is immaculate here, as we take a 7-point lead here in this, I believe, FedEx Field before they had a name, here in Washington, D.C. 3rd down, we can't get the first, so we have to punt the ball away. 2nd down and 10 here is going to get tipped away. Great job there by Neon Deion, tipping that ball away. So it's going to be 3rd down and 10 here for Burline. Burline pump fakes, throws it, and Musha Muhammad just can't get the grab here, as we see it again. Look at Bruce Smith. He's so desperate for sacks, and I want him to get at least like 10 sacks this season, man. He's still good, man. And they had a 93 overall. He's, what, 37 years old right now? An all-time leading sack leader. Great job there by Steven Alexander getting that grab for 1st down. Johnson rolls off to the right, looking for receiver. Almost gets tip drill intercepted there, which is crazy rare in this game. Usually they don't do tip drill interceptions. But we do have to give that ball back to the Panthers. And look at who's there. Bruce Smith with a great TFL. And as you can see, both of the running backs have the same amount of yards, thanks to Bruce Smith getting that TFL. And Deion almost getting a pick there, as the pass rush is coming for Steve Burline, but they just can't get the sack. Rolls off to the right there. Once again, Bruce Smith just can't get the sack. Musha Muhammad goes behind the yellow line there. So they will have to punt the ball away. 1st and 10. We give it to Stephen Davis. He grabs a stiff arm, breaks a tackle, and gets there midfield. A great 1st down there from Stephen Davis. Nice throw. And look who's open again. Albert Connell. Can he make it 3? You won't. But Albert Connell is just absolutely getting open there. A great throw from Brad Johnson. I cannot believe they gave this man a 90 overall. I gotta look at his stats before, but look at this appearance. Reggie White. I didn't even know he was on this team. Reggie White, a legend here. A Super Bowl champion, gets the sack. We throw this one right to Michael Westbrook. And it was incomplete. So we go for the field goal. The kick is up. The kick is good from Conway. And now we're up by 10 here in the 4th quarter. At least going into the 4th quarter here. Steve Burline pump fakes, throws, gives it right to Smith there for the INT. Our first INT comes from our linebacker, Smith. 2nd down 11 here. Oh, and look at Stephen Davis getting down the field. He will run this one right into the end zone. Jukes in. And that is another touchdown for Stephen Davis. He has 2 so far. We are looking good. We are looking absolutely fabulous, like a well-oiled machine, especially against one of the weaker opponents here in the NFC, like the Carolina Panthers, who are somehow in the NFC West. I don't know what the NFL was doing back in the 90s when they thought about that. But here comes Steve Burline, all day in the pocket, finds his man Turner, and he grabs it, keeps his feet in for a big 1st down. Burline looking down the field, almost caught, looked like by Hayes. But Green will take credit for that one at least. 2nd down and 10 here. Under 5 minutes to go for Burline. Down 10, grabs it to Floyd. Smith with the tackle. And I believe this is 3rd down. So yes, it is 3rd and 9 for Burline. Looking, having all day, pump fakes, throws it, and there is a wide open Hayes who will stroll into the end zone for a touchdown. What a great play. And like I said before, man, those sacks are going to be hard to come by, especially for this defensive line. The QB logic is just so nasty here. Johnson throws this one to Alexander, not to be outdone by Steve Berline, getting a big first down there. And now we can run down that clock here. 2:45 left in this one. Johnson trying to look for 6. Gives it to Andre Reed, who holds on to the ball, and he gets the first and goal opportunity. So we give it to our backup Merle here, and he doesn't get anything. Gets a loss of 2. Second down and goal here after the 2-minute warning. Throws it, almost picked off. Great job there by Davis. Third and goal here. They're still going to pass. We throw it to Michael Westbrook, and he gets his first touchdown. So now we're piling on the score here as we take, once again, a 10-point lead. Berline having all day once again. Throws this one, and let me tell you, those animations are tough. Mujin Muhammad with a big catch there, and a nice throw from Steve Berline. Berline looking. Might have him again, but Sanders tips the ball away. Mark Carrier dives for the ball, and that would basically be all she wrote. A big win there. The Panthers get forced with 3 turnovers, and we win this one 45-28. What a huge win here for our Washington Redskins football team, man. Brad Johnson brought out the heat today, and Stephen Davis, a great debut game, 101 yards and 2 touchdowns. And look at Albert Cano, man. Only 3 receptions, 2 touchdowns from him. Irvin Fryer, the old GOAT, getting a touchdown there. Eagles legend. Used to tear up my Giants back in the 90s before I was even born. And look at that. Was that 8 tackles there from LeVar Arrington? And then Derek Smith getting an INT, Mark Carey getting an INT. Just an all-around great win and a great feel-good start to the episode. So hopefully you guys are liking this so far. I know this is kind of a rudimentary game. This is kind of a tough game to maybe even watch. I've never even really seen too many people make a series about Madden 2001 on the PS2. So hopefully I'm breaking some ground here, but we're gonna just go right into our next game, where we're heading to the classic Pontiac Field to take on the Detroit Lions.
Greetings and welcome from EA Sports. Welcome to today's regular season battle between the Detroit Lions and the Washington Redskins. Both teams seem ready to go, so I'll send this one over to Pat and John.
Thanks, JB, and welcome to Pontiac, Michigan, and the Silver Dome. It looks like they're ready to go.
Let's get this one started.
So we are here in the Silver Dome. We got the ball first as we give this one right to Stephen Davis, and it's going to be a struggle for him today, man. They got a really great defensive front here, as you can see. Great stop behind the line there from the middle linebacker. They got a guy named Robert Porcher. Yeah, maybe Lions fans have heard of him. I'm a little bit new gen. Maybe a little bit too new gen, but he is a beast. As we have a easy 3 and out there, we have to give it back to the Lions here, and this is the Lions' first year without Barry Sanders. So here comes Mike Tomczak, and he throws a dot right to Sloan here. As like I said before, man, those animations are going to be hard to come by. Those SWAT animations, because SWAT and catch the ball is the same button here. So this is going to be a tough one. But we stopped Stewart from getting any yards here, so it's going to be 2nd down 10. Tomczak under pressure, throws it. But I forgot who his name is. Number 82 just can't get that ball there, but he gets another chance at it, and he just can't get it again. And that is Herman Moore. Just remember his name, Herman Moore. Let that one just slip on by twice, it looks like. But after 3 and out, they get 3 points. So we're going to have to just try to lock in here as Stephen Davis gets about 2 yards on that play. 2nd down and 7 here. Davis again can't get anything. A great job there by number 50. 3rd down and 5 here for Johnson. Looking, gets hit on the throw and almost picked off there. A great job by number 57 Boyd here, as they will get another 3 and out and another opportunity to try to score. But Tomzak gets absolutely sacked on that play, our first sack of the series. 2nd down and 16 here. Tomzak once again throwing this one, but he gives it to Herman Moore. He gets the grab, and it looks like nobody can catch him, as Herman Moore just not fast enough to get not close enough to get that first down. It's going to be 3rd and inches and another sack here, but they pin us in deep territory here. But we get right out of it almost immediately with that grab there from Steven Alexander from Brad Johnson. Johnson trying to hush up the crowd here, throws this one right to Connell, and he gets that first down. And maybe we should tell Brad Johnson that you can't hush an away crowd. That might make them even worse, but another great stop behind the line. These linebackers, they're not giving up anything to Stephen Davis, so we're going to have to do it in the air here, and Westbrook can't hold on to it either. Just a great job by this Lions defense, and it's kind of got me worried here because I really thought that this team was going to be really going to be unstoppable. Maybe I messed up the sliders. You never know with these type of games, as another receiver drops the ball here. 3rd down and 10 here for Tomzak. Tomzak looking under pressure, throws it, and it's going to be overthrown. Great job on the coverage by Darrell Green. Almost picked off that time. Number 45 came in on the blind spot. Johnson looking, finding Reed open. He gets the big first down, and man, these 30-somethings can really play, can't they? Man, Andre Reed, I believe he's 36 right here, and look at Stephen Davis avoiding this the tackle for loss, basically breaking another one and almost slipping free for a big touchdown. That would have been huge for us here. Johnson, under pressure, throws this one, and guess who? It's Albert Connell. He gets another grab, and that's his 3rd touchdown of this episode. He is doing amazing work today and is really carrying us. So now we fast forward, 2nd down and 8 here for Mike Tomzak. Finds Herman Moore once again, and Deion Sanders is just having a tough time tackling the big wide receiver, Herman Moore. Don't know if he's big or not. Just made that statement. But here comes Tomzak again, throws it down the middle, and I'm thinking it was going to be a defensive pass interference. I kind of did get in the way, but it's actually offensive pass interference. So bring him back 10 yards. I like it. If the ref likes it, I love it. Tomzak, play action fake, throws this one to Crowell, and he gets those yards right back with a nice 10-yard gain. 2nd down and 11 here for Tomzak. Throws it, and he finds Crowell again. And Darrell Green is going to make the tackle, and now they're passing the 50 right before the 2-minute warning. A great job here. 3-7 is the score here. Tomzak looking, throws this one. It's going to be caught by Moore again. I don't believe he got the first down on that one, but we'll check it out on this play. They didn't, but they eventually did. It's going to be 1st and 10. Morton gets the grab, but not really too much to do with it. I believe they would go no huddle again. Tomzak looking, has all the time in the world. Looks, throws, and almost picked off there by Barber. A really great job and great coverage here from our secondary and even our linebackers. But then I kind of over-pursued and I kind of anticipated too early. And those animations don't come out naturally. Champ Bailey kind of got roasted there. A great touchdown near from Tomzak. And it's going to be a 10-3 game, but not too fast and not too soon, as that lead might get dwindled. It's a 10-7 game. Johnson dropping back. He's going to throw this one right to Connell. And Albert Connell, man. Going to start calling him Al Connell. But he is really going out there and playing, as definitely the referee just absolutely just guards our man there. But luckily we got an offsides penalty. Johnson throws a quick one right to Alexander, and another passing touchdown from Brad Johnson as we take the lead going into halftime. 14-10 here. They start off with the ball. Throws this one right to Schlesinger. One of the unknown fullbacks, man, of the day. but he does his dirty work and he does it well. Tomzak looking, throws it to Moore, who had double coverage, even with the screen and the blitzers coming after him. He throws a beautiful, tight, accurate spiral right to his go-to guy. As Stewart finally getting some positive yards here. 3rd down and 1 here. Under 3 minutes to go in this 3rd quarter. They give it to Irvin, and he barely gets the first down near tackle there from LeVar Arrington. Irvin, and he just destroys Carrier, but somebody makes the tackle on him, fumbles the ball. McDougal's hurt. Bruce got the ball. McDougal's out for the season after only his 2nd week of football. And like I said, these injuries are brutal, but even more brutal is that INT. Boyd with a big pick there, and Brad Johnson can't believe it. Our first INT of the series. And here comes Irvin. He gets absolutely destroyed there from the linebacker. Now it's 3rd down and 8 here for Tomzak. Looking, steps up, throws it, and once again, I can't time it right. Another touchdown there. And just like that, they take the lead. Corwell, a great grab and a TD. So here we go. We get this ball back. Davis, about 3 yards out of the end zone. Nobody can tackle him. Not the lineman, but the D tackle finally gets up and makes a play. Great job there by Stephen Davis, putting him near midfield. Johnson at midfield, throws it to Larry Centers. Man, do I love me some Larry Centers, man. I already made it clear that he's going to be a focal point of our offense as we throw this one right to basically the focal point of the offense, Albert Connell. He keeps getting open. I got to keep throwing it to him. Johnson looking, finds Reed open, gets the grab. He's going to try to dive into the end zone, but he is just short. He did step out of bounds, but a great play nonetheless from Andre Reed, who is a disgustingly old vet, still trying to play it down. But here comes Stephen Davis just running through and getting a big touchdown there to take us back to lead. Great job there by the Redskins O-line, making that great push. Tomzak throws this one right to Sloan, and Sloan won't be touched. Passing the 50, at the 40, at the 30, almost making it to the 20 there, getting stopped just outside of the 20-yard line. And a big throw from Tomzak to Sloan here as he gives this one to Stewart on the very next play. Only a couple yards. We eventually end up here in the 1st and goal. Tomzak gets it into the end zone for a touchdown, and now he is G-checking everybody after taking the lead here in the 4th quarter. But I don't really feel phased. I feel like we can really get this done here. We just concentrate as Johnson throws an absolute dart to Connell, and he is just striding down the field there. And he gets a big first down for us. So now just over the 2-minute warning, 2:38 left. Johnson barely gets sacked, but throws this double coverage into Reed, and he gets another big first down. Right before the 2-minute warning, they go with the run plays. Davis gets absolutely stonewalled as Davis only picks up about 3 yards. 2nd down and 7 here for Johnson. Looking, throws this one high, and he finds Michael Westbrook once again, finally getting him more involved here. 1st down and goal at about the 1-yard line, and they give it to their backup Morrell, and he gets a touchdown this time. Morrell, our backup linebacker, filling in for Stephen Davis as he was resting up. But we take the lead here, and now we got to try to defend it. Sanders, please do something. Moore gets the grab, and here comes Sloan again. Sloan, the tight end, getting grabs. And here they keep going. They call a timeout at the 1-minute mark. Tomzak looking, gets backed up, throws it to Sloan again, and now he's inside the 15. A great drive here from Tomzak. Throws this one high, but Sanders finally does something. And we will let him celebrate right there. That was a big play there. 2nd down and 10 here for Tomzak. Looking, and he finally gets sacked. I believe that was Wilkerson. A great job there. Now it's 3rd down and 22. Tomzak has to throw a quick one right to Corwell, and now they're going to have to hurry. Tick, 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 tick. It's going to be 4th down and 14. One more play to end the game. Tomzak throws this one, and it's just overthrown. and they still give him play of the game even though he lost. But a close game it was. The Redskins edge out with the win here, 28-24, here at the Pontiac Silverdome, man. And it's such an eerie feeling in that Pontiac Silverdome, man. That top of the roof, just, I don't know. It's just something that's really uncanny about it, but maybe it's because that's before my time. Brad Johnson having a great game, only sacked one time, got a couple of touchdowns. Morrell a touchdown only with 0 yards. Stephen Davis with a touchdown with only 47 yards. Al Connell, what a day from him. 6 receptions, 146 with a touchdown, and Steven Alexander right behind him with a touchdown. A great job here from all 3 sides of the ball here. Smith, Harrison, 2 sacks. Barber, I did call him Wilkinson. I thought Wilkinson was in the game. So a great job there from our defensive front, getting 3 sacks. And man, what a nice couple of weeks here in this very first episode of this series. I like it, and I feel like we can go far with this, man. Already the first year team 2-0. Let's see what we can keep. Let's see if we can keep going here. I feel like there's a Super Bowl in our midst. I feel it in my bones, and I think that we're really going to make this series work here in Madden 2001. If you guys liked, please like and subscribe. We're going to put out some more videos. We're going to have a BFL video up soon, and just have a great rest of your day. Peace.